Have you ever questioned why you've faced so many struggles since the very start? From your earliest memories, it seems as if obstacles, trials, and attacks have pursued you endlessly. But this isn't random. It's the strongest indication that you are one of God's chosen ones. The enemy has been after you since birth, because even as a child, your purpose and potential were evident to the spiritual realm. The truth remains, no weapon formed against you shall succeed. Comment 999 below as a declaration of faith, and let your spirit affirm it boldly for yourself and others. And to those who have supported this message through Super Thanks, we are deeply grateful for your presence on this journey of faith. From the moment your soul chose to embark on this earthly path, the forces of darkness recognized your essence and sensed the power within you. The enemy has always detected your light, the gift you carry, and the impact you are destined to make. That is why every challenge, every hardship has felt deliberately placed, to weaken, discourage, or even extinguish your spirit. But remember, nothing happens by accident. The battles you've endured were intentional attempts to dim your radiance before you even understood your own greatness. Now, as we delve further into this message, let's uncover what it truly means to be chosen and why God promises to repay you twice over for every tear, every struggle, and every moment of pain. God's chosen ones. Since childhood, they tried to break you, but God will restore you beyond measure. From a young age, it seemed as though life itself sought to bring you down. Did you ever feel like something was off, even as a child? Maybe you had an unusual awareness, perceiving energies that others ignored, or sensing that life held mysteries far beyond the surface. But this awareness did not come without cost. Those early challenges were no accident. They were deliberately designed to make you feel different, out of place, even isolated. These were subtle attacks meant to unsettle you before you could grasp the power of your purpose. Have you noticed recurring signs in your life? Perhaps hawks appear during pivotal moments, or the wind stirs unexpectedly in moments of stillness. In the Bible, animals frequently serve as divine symbols, just as the dove descended upon Jesus during his baptism, Matthew 3:16, as a sign of God's approval. Hawks, too, may be celestial messengers, calling you to rise above earthly constraints. They are more than just birds. They are reminders from higher realms, urging you to recognize that your destiny is not confined by human perception, but rather defined by a calling far beyond the ordinary. These signs are not coincidences. They are guideposts along your journey, reminding you that you were meant to break barriers and transcend limitations. Have you ever considered that these signs might be God's way of assuring you that you are never alone, that you have been watched over since the beginning? Hawks, with their keen vision and soaring flight, symbolize the heights you are meant to reach. They encourage you not to remain grounded by doubt or worldly limitations. Like the eagle that renews its strength, Isaiah 46:31, you were created to soar, to reach spiritual heights beyond what the world can comprehend. But what if these signs are also a test, preparing you to trust in the unseen? Are you ready to step into your higher calling, releasing doubt and embracing the divine guidance pointing you forward? As we continue, reflect on how your experiences have not diminished you, but instead prepared you for a life beyond the ordinary. Your energy has always been unique, carrying a magnetic force that others cannot ignore. Some people are naturally drawn to you, captivated by the warmth you radiate, much like moths to a flame. Yet there are also those who feel threatened by your light. Attempting to dim it out of jealousy, fear, or misunderstanding, this reaction is not accidental. Powerful energy attracts attention, even from those who may not comprehend its source. In Scripture, Joseph's brothers became envious of his dreams and favor, leading them to betray him, yet they could never suppress his destiny. Genesis 37. Likewise, the light within you has sparked both admiration and opposition. Astrology and birth charts may sometimes highlight aspects of this presence. If you are an Aquarius, the water bearer, you carry the gift of vision, offering insights that challenge tradition and shape the future. Much like John the Baptist, who prepared the way and called people to something greater, You may feel called to bring forth transformative ideas. Or, if you are a Gemini, you might have a natural ability to bridge realms, effortlessly navigating between the material and spiritual, much like Solomon, whose wisdom connected divine knowledge with earthly affairs. Yet, understand this: no matter how others try to hinder or delay you, they can never erase what has been divinely imprinted upon your soul. External forces may attempt to distract you, but they cannot touch the core of who you are. Just as Jeremiah was chosen and set apart before birth, Jeremiah 1:05, your purpose is woven into the very fabric of your being. Despite the struggles, your light is too radiant, your calling too significant to be erased by fear or envy. Ask yourself, have these trials only strengthened your resolve? Have the setbacks merely served as stepping stones, refining your path? Consider how God's hand has guided you, ensuring that your essence remains unshaken, destined to shine even brighter. Think back to your early years, the times when you felt like an outsider, questioning your worth or wondering if you truly belonged. At the time, those feelings may have seemed like weaknesses, but in reality they were signs of the strength within you, even before you recognized it yourself. The enemy saw this strength and sought to suppress it before you could understand its depth. Those early hardships, moments of loneliness and self-doubt, were never random. They were calculated efforts to weaken you before you could rise. Just as Moses was targeted as an infant by forces trying to prevent his destiny, Exodus 1, your trials began before you even grasped the magnitude of your purpose. And yet, look at you now. Despite every hardship, every relentless attempt to break you, you have endured. Your light shines even brighter, a testament to the resilience placed within you from the beginning. The enemy underestimated your ability to rise, not realizing that every challenge would refine rather than destroy you. Every doubt has sharpened your awareness, strengthening your connection to the divine. It's much like the refiner's fire, where gold is purified through intense heat, Malachi 3:03. Similarly, each struggle has purified your soul, revealing the unbreakable essence within you. As you continue to rise, this journey is far from over. With each step forward, spiritual battles may intensify, but so does your strength. The Bible affirms that greater is He who is in you than he who is in the world, 1 John 4:04. And your resilience is living proof of this truth. The very forces that once sought to extinguish your light now witness it shining with even greater brilliance, not just for yourself, but as a beacon for others. Have you noticed how each challenge has deepened your strength, pushing you closer to the divine purpose woven into your life? As obstacles arise, your power only multiplies, a reminder that nothing can separate you from your calling. Know this: you were never meant to fight these battles alone. From the moment you took your first breath, you have been protected, guided, and upheld by divine forces, spiritual allies, and even the ancestors who came before you. They have shielded you from unseen dangers, preparing you for a mission that only you can fulfill. Every step, every lesson, has been part of a greater preparation, not just to survive, but to thrive. Deep within, there has always been a quiet knowing, a subtle voice whispering that you are here for something extraordinary. You sense that a divine mission is unfolding, one that was never chosen by you, but that chose you. Much like David, who was anointed to be king despite being the least likely among his brothers, 1 Samuel 16, God handpicked you, seeing in you a strength and resilience that others overlook. He knew that only you could fulfill this sacred purpose. And that is precisely why your struggles have been so relentless. These trials were never meant to break you, but rather to serve as undeniable proof of your calling. Your divine purpose is evident, and the enemy recognizes your immense potential, fearing what you will accomplish once you fully embrace your calling. Have you noticed how every trial sharpens your awareness, strengthens your spirit, and propels you closer to this destiny? As Paul wrote, "We are hard-pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair." 2 Corinthians 4:8. The battles you endure are not signs of weakness but of strength, proof of the powerful impact you are meant to have. As you continue to rise, forces of opposition tremble, for they understand that once you step into your divine role, their influence will fade before the light you bring into the world. Reflect on this truth. Every challenge has equipped and refined you, revealing the tools that have always been within. With each victory over adversity, you move closer to the destiny imprinted on your spirit. The question is, are you ready to fully embrace this divine calling and walk the path that was set for you before time began? Here is the profound truth. God did not simply call you to this journey. He provided you with every tool needed to fulfill it. From the very beginning, He foresaw your path and, with divine wisdom, embedded within you the strength, knowledge, and resilience required to overcome every challenge. Though the battles may seem overwhelming, they are not meant to destroy you, but to prepare you. Each trial, each difficulty is sharpening your skills and fortifying your soul for the greater purpose ahead. In this way, God's divine protection has been at work from the start, transforming what the enemy meant for harm into a process of strengthening. Consider how every setback has fortified you. The Bible reminds us, though the righteous fall 7 times, they rise again. Proverbs 24:16. With each fall you rise, not as you were before, but stronger, wiser, and more unshakable. The purpose God has placed within you is not just important, it is fiercely guarded by His promise. No force that rises against you can alter the outcome He has already decreed. Your journey is a testament to His power, woven into every chapter of your life. Victory does not depend on human strength alone. It is assured because of the divine power flowing through you, the very power that raised Christ from the dead and now dwells within you. Romans 8:11. This purpose is not just a possibility, it is inevitable. So when you feel the weight of your mission, remember, you are never walking alone. Your Creator has already secured the outcome. Pause and reflect. How have your battles revealed hidden strengths? How has each challenge brought you closer to understanding the depth of your purpose? This journey is not just about endurance, it is about transformation. It is about becoming the person God designed you to be, equipped, empowered, and unshakable. The question remains, are you ready to step fully into this calling, knowing that victory is already yours? Within you lies something even more profound, hidden wisdom and divine mysteries, embedded deep within your being, woven into your very DNA like sacred threads of destiny. This is not just a metaphor, it is a spiritual inheritance, a reservoir of knowledge passed down through generations, waiting for the moment you are ready to awaken it. Have you ever wondered why you feel different? Why a part of you senses that there is more within than what others can perceive? That feeling is the stirring of a legacy of wisdom, power, and light that the world desperately needs. This hidden power has not gone unnoticed by those who walk in darkness. Secret societies, malevolent entities, and demonic forces are keenly aware of the light you carry, and they are deeply afraid of what will happen when you fully embrace it. Even at Christ's birth, forces sought to destroy Him before His ministry could begin, Matthew 2. Similarly, your adversaries are not merely passive observers. They have watched you from the shadows, working tirelessly to distract you, hoping to lead you astray. Their goal is to suppress the gifts within you before you realize their full scope and power. Yet what they fail to recognize is that your gifts, your purpose, and the ancient wisdom within you are not merely yours, they are divinely protected. Just as God shielded Daniel in the lion's den, Daniel 6:22, He has placed a hedge of protection around you, ensuring that your gifts remain untouched by the forces that seek to steal them away. The enemy may try to place obstacles in your path, to plant seeds of doubt or distraction, but they cannot reach the essence of what God has placed within you. So ask yourself, what could happen if you fully embraced this divine legacy? What transformations would unfold if you stepped boldly into the power you were born to carry? This journey is not just about surviving attacks. It is about unlocking a depth of purpose that can change the world. The question remains, are you ready to awaken these gifts, knowing that nothing can stand in the way of the divine purpose crafted within you? This is why your mission carries immense significance. You were not placed here to conform or live an ordinary life. You are here to disrupt, to illuminate, to challenge the forces that have held humanity captive for generations. The enemy knows that if you succeed, their plans will collapse, their agenda will crumble. That is why they have attacked you so relentlessly, hoping to break your spirit before you rise. But understand this, you were built for this battle. You were designed by the Creator to withstand pressure, to rise in the face of every trial, and to fulfill the mission only you were chosen to complete. There will be moments when the burden feels unbearable, when the weight of this calling seems too great. Even the strongest warriors experience doubt. But remember, God has already written your victory into existence. Your steps are divinely protected, and you are surrounded by forces beyond comprehension, guiding you every step of the way. When Moses doubted his ability to lead, God assured him, "I will be with you." Exodus 3:12. Likewise, you do not walk this path alone. God is with you, strengthening you for every stage of this profound journey. Your mission is not just about personal achievement. It is about the lives you are destined to impact, the souls you are called to awaken, and the legacy you are meant to leave behind. Each time you rise, you show others that they too can overcome. Each time you break through darkness, you carve a path for others to follow. Like Joshua leading the Israelites into the promised land, you are a leader, a guide, a beacon of hope in a world starving for truth. So, stand firm, unwavering in courage and conviction. God has chosen you for this purpose, and no force, no darkness, can revoke that divine calling. The enemy may try to intimidate, but your purpose is secure, and your victory is already written. Are you ready to fully embrace this mission, knowing you are not only destined to succeed, but also to lead others into the light? Stand tall, for you were made for this. Every victory you claim is a testament to the strength and purpose God has placed within you. I feel an urgent need to reveal this truth to you, chosen one. The relentless attacks you have endured since childhood are not a coincidence. The reasons behind them are no mystery. The enemy has always feared the greatness you are destined to embody, but now it is time to transform every wound, every hardship, every battle into a source of They arrived in many forms, often through those closest to you, sometimes even the very people meant to protect and nurture you. They became the instruments of your deepest pain. Accepting this is not easy, but it is an undeniable truth. The enemy frequently exploits our closest relationships to inflict the most devastating wounds, knowing that betrayal from within cuts the deepest. He understands that a broken heart can weaken even the strongest soul. And time again, he attempted to shatter yours, hoping to destabilize the very foundation of your purpose. Perhaps you have felt betrayal, abandonment, or even abuse from those you once trusted. These were not mere acts of cruelty, but deliberate, calculated attacks designed to dim your light before you even recognized its existence. The enemy sought to manipulate your pain, erecting barriers around your heart to prevent you from stepping fully into your power. Yet there was one thing he never anticipated: your resilience. Just as Joseph endured the betrayal of his own brothers, only to rise to a position of power and purpose, Genesis 50:20, you have withstood every attempt to break you. They sought to wound you early, to sabotage your mission before it even began. But what they failed to see was the strength woven into your spirit from the very beginning. With each betrayal and each heartbreak, you grew stronger, wiser, and more determined. Have you ever wondered how different your path might have been without these trials? Every wound has shaped you, revealing layers of resilience and depths of compassion that make you uniquely suited for your mission. It is a powerful reminder that the enemy's tactics cannot override God's purpose. The pain you have endured is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of a transformation. Now is the time to turn every trauma into triumph. to reclaim every part of your journey as fuel for the mission ahead. You have endured more than most can imagine, the depths of pain, trauma, and heartbreak that have marked your path. There were moments when it all seemed insurmountable. And yet, here you stand, not just surviving, but rising. Every wound you carry has become a wellspring of strength. Every scar is a symbol of resilience, a declaration that no matter what the enemy intended, you will rise. This is not just survival, it is a testament to the power within you, one that no attack can extinguish. The trauma you have experienced is more than a series of painful events. It was a spiritual assault aimed at keeping you from your divine purpose. The enemy sought to trap you in a cycle of pain, forcing you to relive memories of betrayal and hurt until they consumed your identity. But what he underestimated was the depth of your spirit. As the Bible reminds us in Romans 8:37, we are more than conquerors through him who loves us. Your spirit, strengthened by the divine, has refused to remain bound. Breaking free from the pain meant to confine you, you have chosen to rise. Consider each painful memory a stepping stone on your journey. Just as gold is refined by fire, each trial has purified and strengthened your character, revealing a rare and powerful resilience. Have you noticed that every time you rise above, you feel closer to the truth of who you are, a truth the enemy desperately tried to obscure? The scars you bear are not marks of defeat, they are badges of victory, proof of battles fought and won. They serve as reminders that you are not defined by pain, but by the strength that carried you through it. As you step further into your mission, remember that your power is greater than any trauma you have faced. Every experience, every moment of endurance has fortified you for the path ahead. Now is the time to reclaim your power fully, knowing that your story, one of resilience and divine strength, will serve as a beacon for others walking similar paths. The pain you have endured was never meant to define you. It was meant to reveal the unbreakable spirit within you. You are entering a profound season of healing, a time to release everything that no longer serves your spirit. This is the moment to let go of the past, to shed the burdens that once weighed down your heart. The wounds you have carried have shaped your journey, but they do not define who you are. Now is the time to declare, "I release what no longer serves me," and to feel that affirmation rise from your soul like a breath of freedom. A spiritual cleansing awaits. Whether through journaling, where you pour out every unspoken pain, or through mirror work, where you meet your own gaze and reclaim your power. Healing is your birthright, a sacred process that was always meant to be part of your journey. You were never meant to bear this weight indefinitely. It was only a chapter, never the conclusion. As you heal, you will come to see that what was meant to destroy you has instead become the source of your greatest strength. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, reborn and more powerful than before, you will emerge from your trauma with a resilience that defies expectation. The enemy's greatest miscalculation was underestimating your ability to heal, to rise, and to transform. He believed the trauma would break you, but in truth, it has unlocked within you a depth of strength and wisdom that cannot be diminished. Your healing is more than personal renewal. It is a revolutionary act. In a world that thrives on chaos, division, and pain, choosing to heal is an act of defiance against the forces that would prefer you to stay broken. Every step you take toward wholeness is a reclaiming of your divine mission, a reaffirmation of your purpose. As you heal, you are not only restoring yourself, you are becoming a guiding light for others still navigating the darkness. Your journey becomes living proof that healing is possible, redemption is real, and victory is within reach. You show others by example that they too can overcome what was meant to destroy them. Are you ready to embrace this transformation fully, knowing that each step is a return to your highest self? Every layer of healing brings you closer to reclaiming the destiny that was always meant to be yours. As you walk this path, you illuminate the way for others, proving that true strength is not in avoiding pain, but in rising above it. Your healing is not just a gift for yourself. It is a gift for every soul who dares to believe they too can be whole again. This journey through healing will challenge you. It will demand that you confront your shadows, that you face the memories and buried emotions you once believed were safer left untouched. But remember, every step into that darkness brings you closer to the light on the other side. True freedom awaits beyond the pain, and when you emerge, you will be unbreakable. God has led you through the fire, not to destroy you, but to refine you. Just as Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego walked unscathed through the blazing furnace, Daniel 3:27, you have endured flames meant to purify, not consume. And now, as you emerge, God is preparing an inheritance for you, a reward that is rightfully yours because of the endurance you have shown. The trials, the tribulations, the tests you have faced were not without purpose. They were steps along the path leading you toward your destiny. As Psalm 23:05 declares, "You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies." This is not just any table. It is one set with honor, redemption, and divine favor. Imagine it. The table God has prepared for you stands before those who doubted you, those who tried to hinder your progress, those who never believed you would make it this far. God's favor upon you is not hidden, it is revealed openly, a testament to His faithfulness and your resilience. Have you considered the significance of receiving this inheritance in such a way? It is also the triumph of light over darkness, of faith over doubt. As you step into this season of restoration, remember that your healing and strength stand as living testimonies. You are becoming unstoppable, a beacon of hope for those still lost in their pain. This is your reward, your divine inheritance, and it serves as undeniable proof that every trial you have endured was part of a greater plan. Your inheritance is not merely material, though tangible blessings will certainly come. Money, resources, and new opportunities will flow into your life as part of God's divine orchestration. Yet beyond the material, this inheritance is deeply spiritual. You are being gifted with wisdom, insight, and an elevated understanding that will guide your every step. In Scripture, we see that when Solomon asked for wisdom, God not only granted it but also blessed him with unmatched prosperity, 1 Kings 3:13. Similarly, you are receiving divine compensation for every tear shed, every battle fought, and every challenge overcome. Claim it now. This inheritance is mine, and it is coming to me. By speaking these words, you align yourself with the divine flow of abundance that has been stored up, awaiting this very moment when you are ready to receive it. Balance is being restored in your life after years of instability, when it felt as though the ground beneath you was constantly shifting. You are entering a season of equilibrium. The chaos is fading, and the peace you have longed for is finally taking root in your heart and mind. You are discovering harmony between your physical world and your spiritual purpose, forming a foundation upon which abundance will flourish. Just as Job, after enduring great trials, was restored with twice as much as he had before, Job 40:2-10, so too are you stepping into a time of divine restoration. Yet remember, wealth extends far beyond financial gain. True wealth encompasses the spiritual, emotional, and relational aspects of life. It is the inner peace that arises from walking confidently in your divine purpose, the joy that fills your heart as you uplift others, and the love and support of those who resonate with your spirit. Ask yourself, are you prepared? Prepared to embrace not only financial abundance but also the holistic wealth that transforms both your spirit and life. This season of balance is the answer to your prayers, a time when your soul is nourished, your relationships thrive, and your heart finds rest. Embrace it fully, knowing that each blessing brings you closer to fulfilling the divine purpose placed within you. As you rise, may you continue to inspire others to believe in their own journey toward wholeness and divine abundance. This inheritance is not just for you. It is a blessing meant to transform your entire lineage. The abundance coming into your life will ripple forward, breaking generational cycles of lack, poverty, and struggle. As Deuteronomy 39 promises, God will prosper you abundantly in all the work of your hands, not only for the present, but for future generations. You are laying the foundation upon which your children, grandchildren, and their children will build, creating a legacy of prosperity that will echo far beyond your lifetime. As you enter this new season of wealth, remain grounded in your purpose. Wealth is a tool, a gift that supports your mission, but it is not the mission itself. Just as King David used his resources to prepare for the building of the temple, a task ultimately fulfilled by his son Solomon, you too are paving the way for abundance and stability for those who follow. Your legacy is not merely one of material riches, but of wisdom, integrity, and divine alignment. Steward this blessing with intention and purpose, for when wealth is guided by the heart and rooted in God's plan, it flows freely and multiplies. Ask yourself, how can I use this wealth to not only bless my life, but to empower and uplift those I am destined to impact? In this new season, let every decision be intentional, remembering that you are not just receiving this inheritance, you are becoming the foundation upon which a legacy of light, prosperity, and divine favor will be built. You have remained faithful even in seasons of lack, committed to your mission despite scarce resources. Now, God is rewarding your unwavering faith. Doors are opening, blessings are pouring in, and the inheritance promised to you is being delivered. As you step into the fullness of your divine calling, something remarkable is unfolding within you, a profound awakening to your true power. For years, the world has tried to convince you that you are small, insignificant, just another soul among billions. Yet deep down, you have always known this wasn't true. You have carried an inner knowing, a quiet but persistent awareness that you are different, destined for a purpose far beyond the ordinary. This realization is not fleeting, it is a spiritual awakening. The Bible recounts a similar moment in Esther's life. She too came to understand that she had been placed in her position for such a time as this, Esther 4:14. Just as Esther, like Joseph, whose hardships positioned him to save a nation, Genesis 50:20, your trials have been shaping you, aligning you for your destined impact. This awareness is not mere knowledge. It is an unfolding revelation that fuels your mission with conviction and confidence. Now consider, how will you step forward, armed with this newfound clarity? However, awakening to your true power comes with challenges. As your awareness deepens, so does opposition. Dark forces that once overlooked you now take notice, sensing the shift within you. They recognize that your rising strength threatens their control. But here's the truth. You are under divine protection. Isaiah 54:17 assures, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper." The enemy may attempt attacks, but they will fail. Your power does not come from this world. It flows from the divine source that created you. Just as Elisha's servant was shown the vast army of angels protecting them, 2 Kings 6:17, so too are you surrounded by heavenly warriors. The forces shielding you are beyond the enemy's reach, comprehension, and control. As darkness trembles at your awakening, remember that your path is safeguarded. Consider, how will you move forward, knowing that you are protected by light and an army of divine warriors? With this knowledge, walk boldly into your purpose, knowing no force can stand against the divine strength within you. This is only the beginning of your transformation. You are stepping into a new season of growth, spiritually, emotionally, and even physically. Long dormant gifts within you are awakening, sharpening your intuition, increasing your power to manifest, and deepening your connection to divine wisdom. Yet with this growth comes responsibility. Your journey is not just about you. You have been chosen not only to elevate your soul, but also to lead, guide, and inspire others. Jesus reminded his disciples, "You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden." Matthew 5:14. Likewise, you are becoming a beacon for others, illuminating the path through your example. Have you considered the impact of your influence? Your transformation is not solely for your benefit. It is a divine calling to rise and lead. Each step forward strengthens you and lights the way for others. Though challenges will come, so too will allies, hidden strengths, and divine revelations. Every trial prepares you for the next stage of your mission. When the weight of this journey presses upon you, remember Isaiah 41:10. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. Your journey is part of a greater story, one that lifts others and spreads light. As you embrace your divine calling, trust that the road ahead is filled with limitless potential. Rise with confidence, knowing that what God has ordained for you cannot be taken away. Now is your time. Step boldly into your purpose and embrace the boundless blessings ahead.